Hi there, Professor Bhaer here. The date is June 2nd, 1868. Unfortunately, Miss Jo March left yesterday to return to her home. I already feel a bit lonelier. She was a great companion, and we could talk for hours on end. Before she left, she told me the best part of her stay was how much she learned from me. However, I think I learned just as much from her. But to be honest, I was a little disappointed at first. When I found out these sensation stories being published were her works, I couldn't believe it. It is like she is a completely different person when she becomes an author. I knew I had to say something, but I didn't want to push any buttons, so I waited until the right time to bring it up, and turns out she must have been wondering how I felt about her writing. She brought it up, and I tried to help her understand that while there may be a demand for something, it shouldn't necessarily be distributed, especially if it is harmful to the minds of our youth. I think deep down that Jo knew this, and so she began to write stories with lessons and the artistry that was important to her. I hope she's faring well on this scorching hot morning. Early on, when I met Jo, we also talked of what love is. Apparently, she came to Mrs. K simply to avoid a boy who had fallen in love with her. Jo is a very independent and strong minded woman. It's different and somewhat admirable, but I can only imagine the pain of the poor young man whose heart she broke. Jo despises love and calls it nonsense, but I think she only avoids the idea because she is scared of being strapped down by a man. She should realize that there are men out there whom she could love that would never hold her down. I tried to show her that I understood her motives, but she just changed the subject. I really do miss her. I hope one day our paths cross again. I'm certain they will.